Chosen one. Pause right here. Heaven has interrupted your scroll because this moment is sacred. Nothing about this is random. This is divine alignment. You have felt it stirring inside you for weeks, maybe months, maybe years. That gentle tug in your spirit that keeps whispering, there is more. It's not imagination. It's not coincidence. It's the call of destiny, echoing through the corridors of eternity, reaching for you now. You were never meant to blend in. The reason you never fit in with the world's rhythm is because you were born to move to heaven's frequency. You have carried burdens others could not understand. You have endured storms that tried to break you. And yet, here you stand. Do you know why? Because grace refused to let go of you. Heaven has been preparing you in silence for a moment that would awaken the purpose buried under pain. And that moment begins now. November 11th. 2025 is not an ordinary date. It is a divine appointment, an alignment of heaven's design. You've been feeling the pull because the veil is thinning, and the Spirit is calling His chosen ones to rise. You have not missed your time. You are right on heaven's schedule. Every delay was a setup. Every heartbreak was a training ground. Every not yet was God's way of protecting what He's building in you. The ancient words recorded in Romans chapter 8, verse 31 declare, "If God is for us, who can be against us?" Let that settle into your soul. That verse is your anchor for this season. You've been fighting battles that looked impossible, facing storms that should have drowned you. But look at you, still standing. That's not survival, that's evidence. Evidence that heaven has been defending you all along. You thought you were fighting alone, but every step, angels were surrounding you. Every tear was counted, and every prayer was heard. You see, chosen one, the enemy has been whispering that you're finished, that you've missed your chance, that it's too late. But heaven laughs at those lies. If you're still breathing, your purpose is still unfolding. You were never meant to die in the desert. You were meant to walk through it carrying fire. The resistance you felt is proof of your assignment. Darkness only attacks what threatens it. You have been hidden, not forgotten. God has been protecting your name while He built your foundation in secret. The wilderness wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Because when the spotlight comes, character must be ready to carry glory. And now, the shaking in your spirit is heaven saying, "It's time." There's a generation waiting for your obedience. There are hearts chained in darkness that will be set free when you speak. You don't need a platform. You are the platform. Every word from your mouth will carry power because it's forged through pain and purified by faith. The time for hesitation is over. You are not being called to comfort. You are being called to impact. So rise. Chosen one, lift your eyes from the dust. The storms that broke you are now beneath you. The same wind that tried to scatter you will now carry you higher. You are stepping into divine alignment with heaven's plan for November 11th. 2025. It's not the end of a season, it's the birth of a mission. You have been given a mantle, a spiritual assignment to awaken others, to stand as a voice in the wilderness. And as the days draw near, the Spirit will speak to you more clearly. You'll sense confirmations everywhere, dreams, numbers, whispers, encounters. Do not dismiss them. The supernatural is becoming natural for those who are chosen. Listen closely. Heaven is calling you to action. Faith without movement is dead. and this moment demands a response. If these words ignite something inside you, don't stay silent. Declare your alignment right now. Type 777 in the comments as a prophetic sign that you choose obedience. Like and share this message, not for vanity, but as a digital act of warfare, because every share breaks another chain. Every word spoken awakens another soul. And subscribe, so you remain connected as the revelations of 11:11 unfold. This is the beginning of something holy. Heaven has issued a summons, and your spirit has answered. What you feel right now is confirmation that you were born for this exact moment in time. You are stepping into a higher frequency, into divine momentum, into the rhythm of heaven itself. The battle may intensify, but your strength will too. You will not fall back. You will rise forward. The Lord has gone before you. The path is prepared. The only thing heaven asks now is your yes. Chosen one. The time has come. The world will soon see what heaven already knows. You are not ordinary. You are chosen. The air feels different now, doesn't it? Chosen one. The pull in your spirit is stronger. The sense of urgency clearer. You keep noticing the number 11:11 appearing everywhere. On clocks, receipts, signs, moments when you least expect it. It's as if the universe itself is whispering reminders of something ancient, something sacred, and you are beginning to realize that it's not coincidence, it's communication. Heaven is aligning time with destiny. The secret of this divine number has always been about awakening. It is not superstition, not a symbol of luck. It is a signal, a code heaven uses to draw the attention of the marked ones, to remind them that alignment is near. When you see 11:11, heaven is saying, pay attention. The veil is thin. The moment is sacred. You might ask yourself, why now? Why me? Because the season of silence is ending. For years, heaven has been training you in secret. Every disappointment has been discipline. Every delay has been design. You were never behind. You were being synchronized with a divine rhythm you didn't yet understand. The prophet once wrote words that still echo through time, recorded in Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision awaits its appointed time, though it lingers. Wait for it. It will surely come, and not delay. That is what 11:11 represents, the appointed time. You have been holding a promise, a vision, a dream that refused to die even when hope seemed small. Heaven is now saying, the waiting is almost over. The promise is finding its appointed hour. This season will not just reveal destiny, it will expose distractions. The more your spirit awakens, the clearer you'll see what was keeping you bound. False identities, empty pursuits, relationships that drained your light. The Spirit is cutting away what cannot enter the next chapter. Do not mourn the pruning. Every branch removed makes room for fruit that will last. You have carried this longing, a hunger for truth, for something real. You've grown tired of pretending, of fitting into systems that do not feed your soul. That hunger is holy. It is the signal of your awakening. Heaven has been stirring it within you so that you would no longer settle for comfort when you were called to carry glory. You were never meant to live half awake. You were meant to perceive, to see beyond what is visible, to discern what others dismiss. The shaking you feel in your spirit is not fear, It is the vibration of awakening. It's your soul remembering what it came here to do. When heaven marks a person, nothing can erase that mark. You may run. You may doubt. You may even try to silence it, but the call will always find you. It follows you in quiet moments, in songs that stir something deep inside, in the eyes of strangers who speak words you needed to hear. Heaven is relentless in pursuing those who belong to it. And so, this season of November 11th, 2025, is not about the number, it's about remembrance. Heaven is saying, do you remember who you are? The world told you to shrink, to blend in, to conform. But the truth is roaring back through your bones. You were never designed to be small. You were built to carry light into the dark. The awakening always begins softly, a whisper, a tug, a sign. Then it becomes a storm, shaking everything that cannot stand. But fear not. Chosen one, the storm is not here to destroy you. It is here to reveal you. You may not realize it yet, but the things that once hurt you the most are becoming the very places from which your authority flows. The pain that once silenced you will become the testimony that liberates others. The weight that once crushed you will become the foundation you stand on. Every scar will shine with divine purpose when the light of revelation touches it. Heaven has chosen this generation for a reason. There is a spiritual fatigue spreading through the world, a deep weariness that makes people numb. But not you. You have been awakened for such a time as this, to be the one who still believes, still stands, still hears the whisper of God when others only hear noise. So, breathe. Let this truth settle in you. 11. 11 is not just a pattern in time, it's heaven's signature, written across your days to remind you that destiny is approaching. The timing is divine, the alignment perfect, the purpose unstoppable. You are the one heaven has been waiting for. And now, the heavens are waiting on your awakening. Something within you is stirring more fiercely now. Chosen one. The atmosphere feels heavy, charged, alive. You sense it in your chest. A trembling that is not fear, but recognition. Heaven is moving. The veil between what is seen and unseen is thinning, and your spirit knows it before your mind does. For years, you have carried questions that burned quietly. Why do I feel different? Why do I sense things others ignore? Why do I walk through fire others never face? The answer is unfolding because you were marked before time began. You carry within you a frequency that disrupts darkness. You were born with spiritual sight, and that sight has begun to open wider in this season of awakening. You are beginning to perceive that everything around you is connected. The sudden emotions, the vivid dreams, the inexplicable pull toward prayer. They are not random. They are signals from heaven, reminding you that the unseen is more real than the visible. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Jeremiah. Chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. 11. Read that again, slowly, and let it settle into your bones. Before your first breath, you were known. Before your first word, you were chosen. Before your first failure, you were already appointed. This is why you never truly fit in with the world. You weren't designed for conformity. You were created for calling. The restlessness that has followed you through life was not rejection, it was redirection. Every environment that could not hold your spirit was never meant to. Every door that closed was protection, not punishment. Heaven was guiding you toward a path narrow enough to keep you pure and powerful. And now, the shaking you feel is heaven waking up your authority. You have carried potential for too long. You have prayed for change. But the Lord is saying, be the change. The world will not shift until the chosen ones stop waiting for permission. You are not here to ask darkness to move. You are here to command it to flee. The enemy's greatest strategy has been distraction. If he cannot destroy you, he will drown you in noise. He will fill your days with busyness, your heart with doubt, your mind with comparison. But tonight, that cycle breaks. You are reclaiming your focus. You are remembering who you are and whose you are. Do you feel that surge in your spirit? That's heaven confirming that the calling on your life is real. You do not need validation to step forward. Heaven's approval is enough. The time for hiding is over. This is not about pride, it's about purpose. When you step into obedience, the world around you begins to shift. Your voice carries weight. Your prayers shake realms. Your presence changes rooms because you carry divine light. And now, heaven is asking for a simple response, not just from your mouth, but from your spirit. Comment, I am awake, below. Do it not as a ritual, but as a declaration. Those 3 words may seem small, but in the spiritual realm, they are a trumpet blast. When you type them, you are publicly aligning with heaven's call. You are saying, I recognize my assignment. I choose awareness over comfort. I choose purpose over passivity. End of call. As you though, something will shift. Because words are not empty, they are creative forces. The moment you declare alignment, heaven records it. Angels, take note. And in that instant, power begins to flow toward your next step. The world around you is growing darker, but your light is growing stronger. This is why the pressure has been intense. It's the squeezing before the release. The oil that will flow from your life is being pressed out by divine hands. Heaven never wastes pain. Every season of tears was refining the purity of your anointing. You will soon realize that even your wounds carry wisdom. The things that once embarrassed you will become the very stories that heal others. The places you hid in shame will become the altars where others find freedom. That's the mystery of divine transformation. He turns ashes into beauty, captivity into calling, suffering into song. And as you rise, others will recognize the glow in your eyes. They won't know what changed, but they'll feel it. That's how awakening works. It's contagious. The fire burning within you will spark the hearts around you. One voice becomes many, and soon, the sound of the awakened will echo across nations. So breathe. Chosen one, you're not imagining it. The stirring is real. The time is now. Heaven is calling you to remember, to rise, and to roar. Type it below, I am awake. Because when you declare it, every chain that tried to keep you asleep begins to break. You did not miss your moment. Chosen one, you were hidden. Heaven kept you out of sight, not as punishment, but as protection. Every delay you endured, every door that refused to open, every friendship that faded it was all divine disguise. While the world searched for the loud and visible, heaven was shaping the quiet and faithful. You were one of them. It is easy to mistake waiting for abandonment, especially when silence stretches long. You prayed and heard nothing, worked and saw no fruit, reached and felt no hand in return. But all along, heaven was writing your name in secret ink, preparing the world for your unveiling. The hidden season was not wasted, it was womb time. Seeds do not grow in sunlight, they grow in darkness. The soil may feel like burial, but it is birth in progress. Every unseen moment has been feeding the roots of your destiny. Heaven buried you, only to bring you forth stronger. Steadier, anchored deeper than before. The ancient words remind us in Psalm chapter 27, verse 14, "Wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart, and wait for the Lord." Waiting, real waiting, is not stillness without purpose. It is motion disguised as rest. While you waited, heaven was moving pieces you couldn't see. The silence around you was the sound of construction behind the veil. The foundation was being laid, not for a moment, but for a legacy. You were hidden because exposure too soon would have crushed you. If the light had come before your roots were deep, the weight of visibility would have snapped your branches. Heaven wanted maturity, not mere momentum. It allowed pruning, storms, even drought, so that your growth would not depend on applause, but on presence. There were nights you begged for breakthrough, but breakthrough would have broken you. You thought God was ignoring you, but He was insulating you. There is a difference between rejection and redirection. Heaven often hides what it intends to reveal in greater glory. The hidden ones always carry mystery. People see them and sense there's more, but they can't quite define it. That's you. You've been walking among crowds who couldn't discern the fire under your skin. They saw your struggle, but never your strength. Your silence, but not your strategy. They could not understand that you were being prepared in private for a public purpose. Hidden seasons are sacred. They teach you what platforms cannot, how to depend on God when no one's watching, how to keep faith when applause is absent, how to create when no one claps. These are lessons only the unseen learn, and they become the bedrock of your authenticity. Do you see now how heaven works? It hides its treasures until they are ready to be revealed. Diamonds form under pressure, not praise. Oil is extracted in darkness, not daylight. Anointing is built in obscurity, not in spotlight. The greatest voices in history learned to sing in caves before they ever stood before kings. The world will not understand where you came from. They will see the fruit, but not the roots. The crown, but not the crushing. They will call it sudden, but you will know it was sacred timing. You were hidden because you were holy ground in progress. When you finally step into visibility, carry humility with you. Remember what the silence taught you, that presence is more powerful than performance, that depth outlasts noise, and that faith built in darkness cannot be shaken by the spotlight. The same stillness that sustained you will sustain you again when the world begins to notice. You are not stepping into fame, you are stepping into function. Heaven does not raise celebrities, it raises servants. The greater the platform, the deeper the humility required. That's why you spent years learning to listen before being allowed to speak. Heaven cannot trust a voice that hasn't been tested by silence. Now the seal begins to break. The same hand that concealed you begins to unveil you. The timing is perfect. The soil has been turned. The fruit is ready. When you emerge, it will not be as a beginner, But as one already seasoned by unseen battles, every hidden year becomes authority in the next. Every quiet victory becomes confidence. Every unseen prayer becomes oil on your crown. Chosen one. This is what it means to be hidden for a season. Heaven does not forget its investments. You were never lost, you were preserved. Never rejected, only refined. Never waiting for your moment. Your moment was waiting for you. And now, the soil begins to shift. The roots tremble. The light breaks through. Heaven whispers softly to the ground that has held you, "Release the seed. It's time to rise." Can you feel it? Chosen one. The air around you has thickened with purpose. There's a weight, a hum, a vibration that your spirit cannot ignore. Something is shifting in the unseen realm. What you are feeling is not anxiety, it's alignment. The armies of heaven are taking their positions, and your name has been spoken among them. You are part of something much larger than yourself. The war in the spirit realm is not fought with swords or fire, but with choices quiet, unseen. Daily decisions that tilt the balance between light and darkness. Every time you choose forgiveness over bitterness, you disarm a legion. Every time you choose faith over fear, you move unseen mountains. You may feel small, but in the kingdom of heaven, obedience shakes worlds. The world around you is chaotic news. Noise. Endless distractions. But the battlefield isn't out there. It's in here, your mind, your heart, your soul. That's where darkness wages war. The enemy cannot touch your destiny. So, he attacks your peace. He cannot take your anointing. So he tries to drown you in doubt. But heaven is whispering tonight, "Peace. Be still." And according to what is written in Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." And there is beauty in this war. Chosen one. Because while darkness seeks to destroy, God uses the battle to reveal. You are discovering who you are in the fire. The parts of you that survive the storm are the parts that were forged by grace. You are not losing, you are transforming. The struggle you feel is not punishment, it's proof of your power. The enemy doesn't waste energy on the unthreatening. The pressure on your life is a sign that you are close to breakthrough. Heaven is refining your faith into gold. And gold only gleams when fire kisses it. So do not retreat now. Stand tall. You were never called to be a whisper in the wind. You were called to be a trumpet in the storm. The darkness will try to silence you because your voice carries authority. But the moment you speak truth, even softly, heaven amplifies your sound. And as you walk through this journey, know this: you are not alone. Thousands of other chosen ones are awakening too, across nations, languages, and time zones, each carrying a spark, each standing in the gap. When your flame feels small, remember, together we become a wildfire that no darkness can extinguish. That's why sharing truth matters. When you pass the light forward, someone else finds their way out of the night. Think of your like, your share, your simple click, not as an action, but as a torch handed to another traveler. Somewhere, someone needs the reminder. You just heard. Somewhere, Another heart waits for this same awakening. So, if this message stirs something deep within you, if you feel the resonance of heaven's whisper, don't keep it hidden. Share it the way a lighthouse shines its beam across a stormy sea, not for attention, but for rescue. Your light might be the signal that saves another soul from giving up. And subscribe, not out of habit, but out of connection. We are building a sanctuary in the digital wilderness, a place where heaven's voice can still be heard. When you stay connected, you stay within the flow of the message heaven is releasing to this generation. This is not a channel, it's a movement, a gathering of the awakened. Let every gesture be worship. Let every act of sharing be prophecy. You are helping build a bridge between heaven and earth every time you amplify truth. Because what happens here doesn't stay here, it ripples into eternity. You are not just a listener, you are a carrier of light. When you share light, heaven multiplies it. When you give, heaven gives back, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So do it with purpose, with faith, with gratitude, for the light in you was never meant to stay hidden. The war in the spirit is real, but so is your victory. You fight not for triumph, but from it, the cross already settled the score. You walk forward now, not as the fearful, but as the fearless, the chosen one who understands that even a whisper of faith can silence the roar of darkness. Lift your eyes, warrior of light. The battlefield glows with glory, and heaven stands with you. You can feel the pull stronger now, can't you? Chosen one? The air seems charged. Like lightning before a storm, heaven is drawing a line in the sand. This is the season where those who are awake will step forward, and those who remain asleep will fade into the background. The 11-11 alignment is no longer just a whisper, it's a trumpet call echoing across realms. This is the 11 commission, and you are part of it. The Spirit of God is gathering His chosen, those who have been hidden, those who have carried quiet faith through loud storms. You have been through battles that no one saw, and you've wondered if heaven even noticed. The truth is, it noticed everything. Every unseen tear has been counted. Every silent prayer stored like treasure. Heaven has been watching, waiting for your readiness. Now, the call has come. The time for silence has ended. This is the hour to rise, to obey, to move. The divine assignment is being released across the earth, not to the loudest, but to the most faithful, not to the proud, but to the pure in heart. The apostle reminds us in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 20, we are therefore Christ's ambassadors, as though God were making His appeal through us. Now, do you understand what that means? Chosen one, heaven speaks through you. Your words, your life, your decisions, they echo far beyond what you see. Every step you take in obedience becomes a ripple in eternity. That's what the commission is about. Heaven working through human vessels who have said, "Here I am. Lord, use me." End of seat. This is not a casual calling, it's a sacred one. The number 11 represents divine alignment. Yes, but it also marks separation. Two 11s side by side, one representing heaven, the other earth, finally meeting in agreement. You stand in the gap between realms, bridging divine will into human reality. Heaven has chosen this generation to carry something heavy truth in a world addicted to illusions. You are being equipped with discernment, sharper than sight. compassion deeper than emotion, and courage stronger than fear. But with this calling comes a cost. The closer you draw to the light, the more the darkness notices. That's why you've been facing resistance. It's not because you're cursed, it's because you're carrying power. Hell does not waste its energy on the inactive. The very fact that you're under attack is proof that your spirit terrifies the enemy. He knows what you'll become once you fully awaken. So, you must choose today. Will you stay silent, or will you stand? The time of neutrality has ended. Heaven is marking its ambassadors, and your name is on the list. As this date draws near, November 11th, 2025, you will feel an acceleration, as if time itself is pressing you forward. You will see doors open faster than before. You will encounter divine appointments that seem like coincidence but aren't. Heaven is rearranging your life to match your assignment. And through it all, you must stay anchored. Remember, this isn't about fame, followers, or recognition. It's about obedience. Heaven measures not by applause, but by surrender. The weight you carry now is holy. It is both privilege and pressure. Sometimes it will feel like too much. But that's where grace comes in. Grace does not make things easy, it makes them possible. So, as heaven's trumpet sounds, let this moment be your response. Align your spirit. Lift your head. Step into position. You are no longer wandering, you are commissioned. And as a prophetic sign of alignment, type 444 in the comments. Do not underestimate what that act represents. It is not about numbers, it is about agreement. Heaven often uses the simple to confound the wise. When you type 444, you are declaring, I stand in divine order. I accept my commission. I align with heaven's call. Of this act, though small in appearance, is a seal in the unseen. It speaks loudly. It signals to heaven that you have heard the call, and to hell that you will no longer hide. As you though, a shift begins. You will feel peace rise in your spirit, a stillness that feels like strength. That's the confirmation that heaven has received your yes. From this moment forward, your steps will carry purpose. Conversations will have weight. Encounters will have meaning. The Spirit will begin to highlight people who need what you carry. Some will find healing through your words. Others will find faith through your endurance. That is your commission in action. This isn't just a season of awakening, it's a season of sending. Heaven does not awaken without assignment. And your assignment begins with obedience. One simple yes at a time. So, take a deep breath. Chosen one, you've crossed over into a higher rhythm now. The days ahead may test you, but they will also transform you. Heaven's voice is clear. Step forward. Represent me well. Carry light where there is none. You are not an observer in this story. You are an ambassador of heaven. And the world is about to see what a chosen soul walking in divine alignment truly looks like. The call has been sounded, and you have heard it. Yet as the echo fades, you begin to feel the weight of what it truly means to be chosen. The glory of calling always carries the gravity of responsibility. The mantle you bear is not light. It presses against your shoulders like a crown forged from both gold and fire. This is the season when the chosen are not only revealed, but refined. The truth is, chosen one. Purpose will always cost something. The anointing that rests upon you was never meant to be comfortable. It stretches, it tests, it strips away illusions until only the purest version of you remains. Many desire the light, but few are willing to carry the heat that keeps it burning. You have begun to notice that people are drifting away. Friends grow distant. Familiar places start to feel foreign. The laughter that once comforted you now feels hollow. It is not rejection, it is separation. Heaven is trimming the edges of your circle so that you can move freely. You cannot climb with everyone, and you cannot carry the weight of yesterday into tomorrow. It feels lonely sometimes, doesn't it? The silence between seasons, the stillness after surrender. You look around and realize that obedience has taken you into solitude, but solitude is not absence, it is sanctuary. In the quiet, the voice of God grows clearer. In isolation, intimacy deepens. Heaven often hides its warriors before it reveals them. The prophet Elijah knew that silence well. He stood on the mountain and waited for God to speak. There was wind, there was earthquake, there was fire, but the presence of the Almighty came in a whisper. That whisper still reaches across centuries, reminding the chosen that divine direction is often born in stillness. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 9. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. And that is why this season feels uncertain. You are being guided by a map drawn in heaven's ink. You won't always understand it. But obedience doesn't require understanding. It requires trust. You are being taught to walk by faith, not by sight. Every unanswered question is an invitation to lean closer, to listen deeper, to believe, even when you cannot see the outcome. The weight of the mantle can feel like pressure, but it is not meant to crush, it is meant to shape. Diamonds are formed under pressure, and so are destinies. When life presses hard against you, heaven is not punishing you, it is perfecting you. The fire that surrounds you is not sent to destroy, but to distinguish you. Many may look like you, but few will carry the same flame. There will be nights when tears blur your vision, and you wonder if you've misunderstood the call. But in those moments, remember, this faith is not proven in easy seasons. It's revealed in hard ones. Your endurance is the offering that pleases heaven most. This is the sacred paradox. To be chosen is both an honor and a burden. You will feel unseen. Yet, heaven cannot take its eyes off you. You will walk through valleys. Yet, divine hands will steady every step. You will be misunderstood by many, yet fully known by the one who called you. The weight you feel right now is confirmation, not condemnation. It means heaven trusts you with something precious. Others may see struggle, but heaven says stewardship. Every hardship is refining your authority. Every delay is deepening your discernment. Do not rush the process. The anointing you carry must mature like fine oil. It takes time, pressure, and stillness. Heaven is building roots so deep in you that when storms come, you will not break. Your foundation is being fortified for greater glory. You have been through enough pain to know that the world's comfort is temporary. That's why heaven is training you for eternal things, peace that endures, faith that anchors, love that overcomes. The path is narrow, but it is holy. Chosen one. You are walking a sacred road. It is steep, yes, but every step is divine. You are learning to carry both joy and sorrow in the same hands, to bless even while bleeding, to worship while waiting. That's what separates the called from the chosen, the willingness to keep walking when the light fades. So, lift your eyes from the ground. The pressure you feel today is the proof that heaven has invested much in you. You are being stretched, not stranded. The weight of the mantle is the sign that you are ready to be entrusted with more. When the time comes, the fire will settle, the silence will lift, and what was once heavy will become holy. You will look back on this season and realize that heaven was not testing your faith. It was teaching you how to carry glory. There comes a moment, chosen one, when the world grows quiet and you can finally hear what has been calling to you all along. The noise of distraction fades. The clutter of old thoughts drifts away. And what remains is the still, sacred sound of truth. It is not loud. It does not shout. It comes softly, as though heaven itself leans close to whisper, "Be still and listen." This is the voice in the wilderness, the one that calls not from outside you, but from deep within. It's the same voice that stirred prophets, guided kings, and comforted the broken-hearted. It's the one that has been with you through every sleepless night, through every unanswered prayer. It is gentle, yet unrelenting. When it speaks, it does not demand, it invites. At first, you may not recognize it. It might sound like your own thoughts, or appear as a quiet tug in your heart. But the more you silence the world, the clearer it becomes. You were never meant to live surrounded by constant noise. The Spirit thrives in stillness. It is in the quiet that revelation is born. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms, chapter 46, verse 10. "Be still, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth." There is divine power in stillness. It's not the stillness of apathy, it's the stillness of awareness. When your soul quiets, heaven speaks. When your heart stops striving, revelation begins to flow like a river. The wilderness around you may look empty, but in truth, it is full of divine whispers waiting to be heard. You have walked through storms so loud that they drowned out everything else. You've been surrounded by voices, expectations, opinions, fears, all shouting for your attention. But now heaven is teaching you to discern between noise and truth. There is something holy about learning to listen. It takes humility to wait, patience to stay silent, and faith to trust what you cannot yet see. But when you do, heaven rewards that posture. The still heart becomes a tuning fork for divine instruction. You begin to sense direction before doors even appear. You feel when to move, when to wait, and when to simply rest in presence. The wilderness is not punishment. It is a classroom. It is where distractions are stripped away and priorities are purified. Many fear silence because it exposes what they have been avoiding. But you, chosen one, are learning that silence is a sanctuary. When the world cannot reach you, heaven can finally teach you. There, in the solitude of your spirit, God reveals what cannot be taught in comfort. He shows you truths too delicate for crowds to understand. He prepares your heart to carry the weight of revelation without pride, the power of insight without corruption. In the quiet, you are being formed into a vessel that can hold glory without leaking it. Every prophet, every leader, Every light-bearer must pass through this silent season. It is where voices of confusion die and the voice of destiny grows clear. That's why heaven has been pulling you away from noise, not to isolate, but to elevate. The wilderness always precedes the unveiling. In the stillness, you will notice subtle shifts. Your thoughts will grow sharper, your discernment stronger. You'll begin to recognize when something carries heaven's fingerprint and when it doesn't. The Spirit will start to highlight details you once ignored: a sentence, a number, a dream, a feeling. Every moment becomes a message when your spirit is tuned to the right frequency. You may not realize it, but you are becoming fluent in heaven's language, a language spoken through peace, conviction, and presence. And as your understanding deepens, the noise of the world loses its power over you. You begin to walk with quiet confidence, no longer reacting, simply responding from divine awareness. Silence is not emptiness, it's preparation. The same way soil rests before a harvest, your spirit rests now before the next assignment. Heaven is building strength beneath the surface. When the time comes, you will not have to force fruit to grow. It will bloom naturally from what has been planted in silence. So do not resist this still season. Embrace it. Let the quiet shape you. Let the solitude sharpen your sight. The voice that calls you here is the same voice that will send you out. The wilderness may feel lonely, but it is filled with the presence of God. The world measures value by noise, by visibility, by applause. But heaven measures by surrender, by silence, by willingness to listen. You are learning what few ever master: the art of hearing heaven. And soon, when you speak again, your words will carry a weight that can only be born from silence. They will not echo opinion, they will release revelation. The wilderness has not silenced you, it has tuned you. Stay still. Chosen one. The whisper that follows will change everything. The quiet has done its work. Chosen one. You have learned to listen, to hear the voice that doesn't come through sound, but through stillness. Now, heaven brings you into the fire. The next stage of your awakening is not peaceful, it is purifying. Everything false, fragile, and fleeting begins to burn away. What cannot endure the flame will fall away, but what survives will shine like refined gold. The fire is never sent to destroy you. It comes to distinguish you. It burns away the masks you've worn, the fears that have chained you, and the versions of yourself you've outgrown. You have prayed for transformation. And this is how heaven answers. Not through ease, but through refining. The pain you feel is proof that the process is working. The prophet spoke in Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 9. I will refine them like silver and test them like gold. They will call on my name, and I will answer them. They are my people. El, says the Lord. Those words are the rhythm of your current season. The fire is heaven's forge. When life feels like it's closing in, when circumstances test your strength, it's because heaven is shaping you for greater glory. Silver doesn't complain when it's refined. It surrenders to the heat because it knows what it's becoming. There is a holy discomfort that accompanies every elevation. You are being stretched beyond your old limits, your old mindsets, your old identity. What once fit you no longer feels right. People who once walked closely may now feel distant. Conversations that once interested you may now feel empty. This is the shedding. Heaven is dressing you in new armor, and old garments cannot stay. Do not fear this fire. It is sacred. It knows exactly how hot to burn and how long to last. It is not here to consume, it's here to cleanse. Every ember that touches you is removing something that can no longer remain. The anxiety that once controlled you is losing its grip. The doubt that whispered, "You can't," is dissolving in the flame. The insecurity that once made you question your worth is being turned into unshakable confidence. This refining season will test your patience. It will tempt you to run back to comfort. But resist it. The miracle happens when you stay. The most beautiful version of yourself is being shaped in what feels unbearable. Gold doesn't shine without fire, and your light won't either. When everything feels uncertain, remember this: heaven never wastes pain. Every tear shed is water that cools the fire's edges. Every prayer whispered in exhaustion becomes a spark that keeps you glowing in the dark. You are being purified for purpose, refined for revelation, prepared for promise. In this moment, heaven asks something small but powerful from you. Type, "I'm still standing," in the comments. Do not do it lightly, do it as a declaration. Those 3 words carry the weight of every night you thought you'd break, but didn't. Every storm that raged, but could not drown you. Every attack that failed. When you write, "I'm still standing," you are announcing to heaven that you remain faithful, and to hell that its attempts were wasted. It's not just a sentence, it's a statement of victory. It says, "The fire came, but I remain." It's a reminder to your own soul that you are built from something eternal. You see, the enemy thought the fire would silence you, but it has only made you stronger. You have discovered resilience you didn't know you possessed. The flames that were sent to destroy you have instead revealed your unbreakable spirit. You are not the same as before. You carry wisdom in your scars and strength in your silence. What you are walking through now is preparation for the unveiling. Soon, the smoke will clear, and you'll realize that the things you lost were never meant to stay. What remains will be real, steady, eternal. The refining process doesn't end when the fire fades, it continues in the glow that follows. You'll begin to see clarity where there was confusion, calm where there was chaos. The more you yield, the more you'll shine. And that glow, the one no flame can extinguish, is what the world will soon see. Fire does not just test you, it testifies for you. It proves that what's within cannot be destroyed. And as heaven watches the sparks rise, it whispers over you, "They are mine." Mine. So stand tall. Chosen one. Even if your knees shake, stand. The ground beneath you is holy. The fire around you is holy. And the strength within you, yes. Even the trembling part is holy. You are still standing. And that alone is victory. Type it now. Say it out loud. Let heaven and earth bear witness. I'm still standing. Mine. When the fire quiets and the smoke lifts. Chosen one. Something remarkable happens. You look around and realize that what remains is pure. There's a peace that feels deeper than anything you've known before. The noise that once distracted you has been burned away. And what's left is clarity, a clear sky after a long storm. Now, heaven begins to gather the remnant all across the earth. Those who have survived the refining are beginning to recognize each other. Their spirits respond before their words, do like tuning forks, vibrating to the same divine frequency. It's as if heaven has been blowing a silent trumpet, and those who carry fire in their bones are awakening in unison. You will start to meet them through conversations that feel strangely familiar, through messages that seem to arrive right when you need them. Some you will never meet in person, yet your souls will recognize each other instantly. These are your people, the ones who understand your fire because they've walked through their own. It was written in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24 to 25. Let us consider how to spur one another toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, but encouraging one another as the day approaches. That is what this season is about: connection, not isolation. The chosen ones are not meant to stand alone like scattered sparks. They are meant to gather and become a blaze. A single flame can warm a room, but 1,000 flames can set the night on fire. This connection is not built on ego or platform, but on presence and purpose. It's not about who speaks loudest, but who listens deepest. Every like, every share, every act of support is not vanity, it's unity. It's one flame reaching out to another. So when you feel prompted to share what you've received, see it as planting seeds, not promoting noise. Every time you share a word that carries light, it travels farther than you realize. Somewhere, someone is sitting in darkness, waiting for that exact spark. Your action may feel small, but heaven uses small things to perform great wonders. If this message has stirred something within you, if you feel that familiar hum in your chest, it's because you are part of this gathering. You are not a spectator in this story. You are a thread in heaven's tapestry. This space, these words, isn't just a page or a video. It's an altar. Each visit is a meeting point between heaven and earth. And when you subscribe, you're not just following, you're saying, I want to stay connected to the current of this calling. It's like keeping your lantern lit while walking with others through the same night. Together, our lights form constellations. Think of it like a bonfire in the wilderness. One person begins with a spark, another brings a twig, another a log. Before long, the darkness retreats for miles. Your engagement, your act of showing up, keeps that fire alive. Each reaction, each share, each word of encouragement is fuel that keeps warmth flowing into cold hearts. You might think, does it really matter if I do something as small as pressing share or clicking subscribe? But in heaven's arithmetic, no act of light is ever wasted. Every echo of truth multiplies. Every seed of hope planted grows roots unseen. You may never see the full harvest, but someone else will, and they will thank God for your obedience. The remnant is rising quietly but powerfully. You'll notice it, people speaking differently, choosing kindness over chaos, peace over panic. The world will call it coincidence. Heaven calls it connection. The light is traveling faster now, because the carriers of that light, you among them, have begun to realize their role. There is no competition in this movement, only cooperation. The hands that lift another are the ones heaven anoints. So use your light wisely. When you share, let it be from the heart. When you like, let it be an act of agreement. When you subscribe, let it be a spiritual handshake, saying, we walk this road together. And when you speak of this message to others, speak with gentleness, not pride. You are not better, you are brighter, because you've allowed heaven to burn away the shadows. And the purpose of light has never been to boast. It's to reveal the path for those still wandering in the dark. You are now part of something radiant, something ancient. Heaven has always gathered its messengers like stars in the sky, distant to the eye, but united in light, each one burning, each one placed exactly where needed. So keep your flame alive. Chosen one, stay connected. The gathering has begun, and heaven is watching as the scattered embers become one fire. The world will not understand at first, but the night will grow brighter because you dared to shine. Now that the gathering has begun, the air itself feels charged with anticipation. Heaven is shifting from whisper to instruction. You have been awakened, refined, and connected, and now the next phase unfolds, divine strategy. The same hand that led you through wilderness now begins to reveal the blueprint that was hidden all along. You sense it, don't you? The way your thoughts have started to change, how you see the world differently. You can no longer tolerate distractions that once entertained you. The noise that once drew your attention now feels heavy, meaningless. It's not that you've outgrown the world, it's that your spirit has grown into its calling. You are being tuned for divine intelligence, spiritual precision, and heaven's direction. This is the phase where God begins to give you instructions clear, concise, but sacred. They won't always make sense to others, because revelation never does until it manifests. Heaven gives vision to the few who are willing to obey without explanation. That is you, chosen one. You are being entrusted with strategies that will shift atmospheres and influence destinies. Heaven's plans often start as whispers, a sudden idea that won't go away, a dream that feels too vivid to ignore, a conversation that stirs something deep within you. These are not coincidences, they are coordinates. You are being guided like a vessel across unseen waters, moved by the winds of divine intent, as it was revealed through the writings in Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 9. In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Oh, now, the same spirit that once whispered comfort begins to speak instruction. You'll notice it in patterns, repeated themes in prayer, verses that find you at random, people whose words carry the same message in different forms. When heaven wants your attention, it will speak until you can no longer pretend not to hear. Do not rush to act immediately. Heaven's instructions often require patience before execution. Revelation without timing can cause ruin. You are being taught not just what to do, but when to do it. Spiritual maturity is measured by obedience in waiting as much as by obedience in action. You will soon see that divine strategy rarely follows logic. Heaven operates in paradoxes, victory through surrender, power through humility, breakthrough through stillness. To the world, it looks backward. To heaven, it is perfect alignment. The wisdom of God often offends the pride of man. That's why the chosen ones are misunderstood. They follow orders from realms others can't hear. There will be times when the strategy requires you to move while others are still analyzing. You will act in faith while others debate in fear. You will be misunderstood, sometimes even mocked. But remember, Noah was building an ark in sunshine. The wise see beyond the weather they build for the storm before it arrives. Heaven's strategy for you will not be loud. It will arrive in pieces, revealed step by step. You will not be shown the entire path, only the next stone to step on. It is an invitation to trust, not a map to control. You are learning to walk with heaven, not ahead of it. And when the instructions come, obey quickly. Delayed rein, divine momentum. Every moment of obedience opens another door, another opportunity, another encounter. Heaven's strategies are time-sensitive because divine windows are living things they open for those who are ready, not merely willing. The plan for your life has never been random. Even your detours have been used to position you exactly where you need to be. What you thought were wasted years were actually preparation seasons. Heaven was equipping you with understanding you didn't know you'd need later. Nothing is wasted in the hands of God. You will begin to notice divine intersections, moments where preparation meets opportunity. Do not be afraid to move when the signal comes. The hesitation that once protected you will now hinder you if you let it linger. Heaven's wind is behind you. When it blows, you must sail. And as you move in this new rhythm, peace will be your compass. When heaven speaks, it brings peace. Even when the instruction is difficult, confusion, fear, and chaos are never God's signature. Listen for the stillness beneath the sound. That's where confirmation lives. Remember, you are not just walking for yourself anymore. Your obedience will open doors for others who come after you. Heaven's strategy is always generational. What you do now plants trees that your descendants will rest beneath. So, breathe in the stillness of this moment. The wind of heaven is shifting in your favor. You have been prepared, and now you are being positioned. The instructions that follow will not be random, they will be revelation. Written in light, follow the voice. Trust the whisper. Heaven's strategy is unfolding, and you are right where you're meant to be. The air grows charged again. Chosen one. You can feel it. Something is approaching. The spiritual horizon is beginning to shimmer, as if heaven itself is drawing near. Every prophetic moment you've walked through has been leading to this threshold, the crossing through the 11 gate. The veil between realms is thinning, and those who are awake will sense it like a heartbeat beneath creation. You are standing at the edge of divine convergence. Everything that once felt delayed now aligns. Everything that seemed confusing now begins to make sense. This is not an ordinary moment in time. It is a sacred hinge in eternity. You were chosen to walk through this gate, not because you are perfect, but because you are willing. This is where revelation meets manifestation. You have carried promises inside you for years, whispers, visions, prophecies that seem too big for your reality. But as this date approaches, heaven begins to unlock what was sealed. The hidden will be revealed, and what was once invisible will step into the light. Heaven speaks clearly through the words in Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 12. The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty, to send rain on your land in season and to bless all the work of your hands. No, this is what the 11 gate represents: the opening of the heavens. Rain after drought, light after silence, completion after process. For years, you've been sowing in faith, watering with tears, and waiting for signs of life beneath the soil. Now, heaven whispers, it is time. The rain is coming. The blessing is being released. When heaven opens a gate, it is not a door for escape. It is a passage for transformation. You will not leave this moment as the same person who entered it. Everything changes at the gate. Fear loses its hold. Shame dissolves. Confusion fades. What remains is clarity and authority. The gate marks your spiritual graduation from waiting to walking, from receiving to releasing. The days leading up to this moment may feel intense. Emotions rise and fall like tides. Old wounds resurface, not to harm you, but to heal you fully before you cross. Heaven never allows residue from past seasons to enter new realms. Every unresolved pain that surfaces now is an invitation to release, not to revisit. Forgive quickly. Let go freely. The lighter your spirit, the higher you'll ascend. The gate is not visible to the eyes of the body, it's felt in the spirit. You'll know you're near it when time feels strange. When coincidences multiply, when your heart beats faster for no reason, these are the signs of proximity. Heaven draws close, and your spirit begins to vibrate in harmony with its frequency. As you cross through, you'll notice something shift within you. It won't be dramatic, it will be deep. Peace will replace striving. Joy will arrive without cause. Clarity will settle like dawn, light on water. This is the evidence that you've stepped through. But do not cross passively. Engage with the moment. Heaven honors those who act in faith. As a sign of your agreement with this divine alignment, type 555 in the comments. Let it be your spiritual signature, a symbol that says, I cross through the gate, I step into new creation. End of. The number 5 represents grace, and 3 5s, together 555, symbolize multiplied grace, divine power, and transformation. When you type it, you are not just pressing keys, you are proclaiming alignment. You are saying to heaven and to your own soul, I am ready to receive what has been waiting for me. End of. Heaven records every act of faith, no matter how small. The moment you release that declaration, you'll feel something settle inside, an awareness that the crossing is not ahead of you anymore. It is happening through you. You are both the traveler and the gate. Heaven is not a distant place. It is a dimension that opens within surrendered hearts. As you move forward, you will notice divine acceleration. What took years will now happen in months, even days. People will call it luck, but you will know it is grace. Doors will open without effort. Answers will arrive before questions are fully spoken. This is the rhythm of those walking in divine timing. But remember, this gate is not a finish line, it's an entrance. You're stepping into a higher level of purpose, responsibility, and revelation. The light will be brighter, but so will the battles. Yet do not fear, grace multiplies as you go. The same heaven that called you will carry you. So breathe in this moment. Feel the shift within your chest, the pulse of heaven synchronizing with your own heartbeat. This is what divine alignment feels like. Peace, purpose, power. The old season closes behind you like a page turned, and before you, a new chapter begins to write itself. You have crossed through the 1111 gate. Heaven's rain is falling. The storehouse is open. The blessing has begun. Type 555 to seal it and step forward into your new dimension. After the crossing, a strange stillness settles. Not silence, something deeper. It feels like the pause between heartbeats, the breath between thunder and echo. The 1111 gate has closed behind you, and for a moment, the world stands hushed. This is the silence before glory. You expect celebration, fireworks, a trumpet from heaven announcing your arrival, but instead, there is quiet. Do not mistake this quiet for absence. It is not that heaven has gone silent, it is that heaven is watching. Every transformation requires a sacred stillness where your spirit adjusts to new altitude. You have been lifted to a higher atmosphere, and your soul must learn how to breathe again. In this stillness, heaven begins to teach you how to dwell, not just move. You are no longer running to escape, nor climbing to prove yourself. You are standing in promise, and standing is harder than sprinting. It demands endurance, patience, and trust in unseen currents. This moment feels like suspension between what was and what is coming. It is not punishment, it is preservation. You are being kept, like seed in soft soil. Hidden yetalive. Growth always happens in quiet places. The roots go deeper before the branches stretch wider. The ancient words recorded in Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 25 to 26, whisper gently, "The Lord is good to those whose hope is in him, to the one who seeks him. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord." In this stillness, your senses sharpen. You start noticing details, the warmth in your breath, the hum of life beneath still air, the rhythm of your own heartbeat echoing heaven's pace. You realize that waiting is not passive, it's participation. The stillness is not a pause in your purpose, it's preparation for your next revelation. Sometimes heaven hides its greatest treasures in quiet. The reason? To teach you to listen differently. The loud blessings of the past were meant to wake you. This soft presence is meant to mature you. Growth no longer needs applause, it thrives in peace. Here, you learn to carry presence without performance. You learn to love silence because it no longer frightens you. Once, quiet felt like abandonment. Now it feels like home. You've moved from craving signs to recognizing stillness as a sign itself. The absence of noise means you are where you're supposed to be. This is the art of resting in purpose. The storm has passed, but you don't need proof. It's enough to feel peace. You have learned that divine timing moves slower than human desire, but faster than regret. You are not late. You are being refined by rhythm. During this sacred quiet, heaven will heal what the fire exposed. Old memories may rise, not to haunt you, but to be released. You will see them differently now, not as wounds, but as wisdom. The things that once hurt you will start making sense. You'll realize that even pain was part of your preparation, and as peace settles deeper, you will begin to hear new sounds, the soft rustle of angelic activity, the murmur of heaven's language surrounding you. What once was noise is now symphony. The silence is not absence. It's the sound of heaven composing your next movement. Sometimes, this stillness can test your patience. You might feel tempted to move, to force the next chapter open. But remember, fruit picked too soon is sour. Wait until the sweetness comes. The blessing will taste better when it ripens in peace. This quiet season is also a mirror. Heaven uses stillness to show you yourself. In motion, you only see the blur of your reflection. In rest, you see detail. The light of revelation now illuminates hidden corners of your soul, places that still need healing. Forgiveness. Or surrender. Do not run from what you see. Embrace it. Heaven reveals to redeem, not to condemn. The silence before glory is heaven's way of fortifying you. The glory that is coming carries weight, and only a still heart can bear it. You cannot carry divine brilliance with restless hands. So heaven stills you like calm water, reflecting light without distortion. You may feel alone, but you are surrounded. The air hums with unseen wings. The stillness itself is a sanctuary. The hush before glory is heaven holding its breath, waiting for the perfect moment to release what it has prepared for you. And when that moment comes, it won't announce itself loudly. Glory rarely enters with noise. It descends like sunrise, slow, radiant, unstoppable. One day soon, you'll open your eyes and realize that the stillness has bloomed into brilliance. The stillness has done its work, slowly, like dawn breaking through mist. Light begins to stretch across your horizon. You feel it before you see it. The warmth, the pull, the quiet hum of purpose returning. Heaven begins to move again, gently but unmistakably. The silence before glory is ending, and what rises now is fire. This is the moment when the torchbearers awaken. You, chosen one, are among them. Heaven's fire has been placed in your hands, not a fire that burns the world, but one that purifies it. You have been refined so that you might carry light without being consumed by it. Every trial, every heartbreak, every lonely night was preparation for this. The rising, all across the world, souls like yours are standing up, almost instinctively, as if some unseen rhythm calls them by name. You can sense it, the collective stirring of purpose. It feels like 1,000 hearts beating in unison, each one carrying a spark that together will become an unquenchable blaze. The Spirit has always worked this way. Quiet preparation before visible movement, hidden refining before public release. The world is about to witness what heaven has been forming in secret. And you, who once felt invisible, are now part of the revelation. It was spoken through the words in Matthew, chapter 5, verse 14 to 16. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. End quote. This understanding keeps you grounded. The more light you carry, the deeper your roots must go. Glory, without humility, collapses under its own weight. That's why heaven taught you to bow before it asked you to blaze. Your strength is in your surrender, and your brilliance in your obedience. You'll notice that your presence begins to shift rooms. Conversations change when you speak. Chaos calms when you enter. Not because you're better, but because the Spirit of God has taken residence within you. You have become a walking altar, a moving sanctuary. Everywhere you go, heaven arrives with you, but light attracts attention, and attention attracts opposition. Some will be drawn to your fire, others will try to dim it. You cannot control how others respond, only how you continue to burn. Never argue with darkness, simply shine brighter. Shadows cannot resist light. They only exist where light refuses to go. The torchbearer's journey is not about popularity, it's about persistence. It's not measured in applause, but in endurance. You are not called to shine briefly, but steadily. The true test is not how bright you burn at first, it's how faithfully you keep burning when the world grows colder. There will be days when your flame flickers, when exhaustion whispers that you have given enough. In those moments, remember the source. The oil that fuels your light is not your strength, it is His Spirit. The same power that lit stars and split seas dwells within you. You are not expected to sustain yourself. You are simply asked to remain connected. Look around. The world is hungry for authenticity, desperate for hope, thirsty for light. The systems built on deception are crumbling. The hearts numbed by fear are cracking open. And through those cracks, heaven's light will flow through you, through the remnant, through the awakened. This is the rising, not of celebrities, but of carriers. The flame in your spirit is not random. It has lineage. It comes from prophets, intercessors, and warriors who carried light before you. You are part of an unbroken chain of luminaries stretching across centuries. Their prayers lit your path. Your faith will light the next generations. Do not underestimate what your light can do. One torch can ignite 1,000. One act of faith can alter an entire bloodline. The ripple of your obedience will outlive you. You are both continuation and catalyst proof that the light of heaven never dies. It only passes hands. And as the fire grows, so will your vision. You'll begin to see beyond your life, your time, your limits. You'll understand that to carry light is to become history's quiet revolution, to shift nations not by noise, but by radiance. The world changes not when darkness disappears, but when enough lights refuse to go out. So hold your torch high. Chosen one, you are no longer walking in the dark. You are walking as the dawn. The night may still linger around you, but the horizon has already begun to glow. Heaven is rising through you. The light spreads now like dawn over sleeping fields. You can feel it, this gentle but unstoppable rise. Heaven's fire has found its carriers, and their glow is rippling across nations, across hearts, across digital wildernesses where truth has long been buried under noise. You are part of that movement. Chosen one. You are not just holding light, you are light. And light, by its nature, cannot stay silent. This is the final separation. The moment when those who truly hear heaven's call will stand apart from those who only watch from a distance. The difference is not appearance, but alignment. The called may admire the flame, but the chosen carry it. The called may listen for comfort, but the chosen listen for command. You have stepped into that second group, the ones heaven trusts enough to move. And moving forward means shining publicly. Even when humility whispers to stay hidden, it means letting your voice carry where silence once lived. The world doesn't need more noise, it needs more meaning. When you share what burns inside you, when you speak light into spaces dimmed by fear, you are not promoting yourself, you are planting hope. The voice of God thundered in Exodus, chapter 14, verse 15. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Why cry out to me? Tell the Israelites to move on." Every time you engage, you strike a match in someone else's darkness. You might never meet them, but somewhere, a heart will catch flame because of your act. That's how light works. It multiplies silently but powerfully. This space we share isn't a stage, it's a campfire. Each heart that gathers here adds warmth. Every like is a spark tossed into the fire. Every comment is kindling. Every share is a log placed gently onto the flame so that it won't go out. Together, we keep the blaze alive. So if this message stirs something inside you, if you feel that same holy warmth in your chest, pass it forward. Like it, not for vanity, but for visibility. Share it, not for numbers, but for nurturing. And subscribe, not as a follower, but as a flamekeeper. This is how the remnant stays connected across the great distances of the world, one ember at a time. You might wonder, does it really matter? It does, because there are nights when even the strongest torchbearers grow weary, and one small flame shared by another keeps them from giving up. Sometimes your single act of sharing becomes the spark that reignites a soul's purpose. And when you comment, when you leave even a few words, you carve your presence into this movement. You are saying, I'm here. I stand with the light. That declaration, though simple, strengthens the whole. It tells heaven that this fire is not dying down, it's growing, spreading, living. Type something in the comments below. Maybe just one sentence, or even one phrase from your heart. Because when you speak into light, heaven listens. Your words matter more than you realize. They weave into the tapestry of what heaven is building here, a digital altar glowing across the timeline of time. The world scrolls quickly, but truth remains. Let this space be a reminder that some words are eternal. The ones written in obedience, the ones spoken from faith, the ones you choose to echo forward. If you look closely, you'll notice something about light. It never competes. It simply shines. And in doing so, reveals. That's what happens here. Each action, each click, each comment is another reflection of glory. When many reflect, the darkness retreats. We've reached the part of the story where unity matters more than ever. Heaven's army doesn't march with swords, it moves with sound words of truth. Acts of kindness, hearts in harmony. The way we stay aligned is by staying connected, keeping the rhythm of revelation flowing together. So, keep this flame alive. Keep the circle unbroken. Engage not for habit, but for heart. Let your light merge with ours until the whole sky burns bright with the message of the awakened. And remember, chosen one, when you pass light forward, it doesn't leave you. It multiplies within you. The more you give, the brighter you become. This is the separation between spectators and carriers, between those who listen and those who live it. You are no longer a witness to the fire. You are part of it. So let your light speak. Comment your flame. Like, share, and carry this message as far as your reach allows. Somewhere, someone's waiting for the warmth you hold. You have walked through the wilderness, stood in the fire, crossed through the gate, and carried the torch. Now, something begins to settle within you, a sense of completion, of arrival. This is the crowning moment, the fulfillment of every unseen season that led you here. The storms that once defined you are behind you, and what stands before you is promise. Heaven's work in you has reached a sacred unveiling, the refining, the isolation, the stretching. It was all for this, to prepare your spirit to carry authority without arrogance, to hold glory without losing humility, to walk in power yet still choose love. What you have endured has not been wasted, it has been woven. Every fragment of pain, every silent prayer, every long night has been stitched into your crown. The Spirit spoke through the Apostles' words in James, chapter 1, verse 12. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, for after the test they will receive the crown of life, promised to those who love Him. You are no longer searching for identity, you are wearing it. The confusion that once clouded your vision has lifted. You see now that every battle was sculpting something eternal within you. Heaven was not punishing you, it was preparing you to reign. To wear a crown in the Spirit is to carry weight with grace. You are learning the language of leadership, the one heaven teaches through endurance. True authority is quiet. It does not need to prove itself. It simply exists, steady and immovable, because it knows its source. This crown carries both beauty and burden. It is not an ornament to admire, but a mantle to steward. It reminds you that authority in heaven's kingdom is not about dominance, but about service. To reign is to uplift. To lead is to love. The higher you rise, the lower you must bow. You will feel heaven's trust more tangibly now. Doors will open that were once sealed, not because you chased them, but because you are ready. Words will carry more weight. Prayers will travel faster. What once took years will happen in moments. It is not luck, it is alignment. But with every crown comes the need for balance. The same God who elevates also anchors. You will find yourself drawn to simplicity. Again, quiet mornings, familiar prayers, still conversations with God. This is how heaven keeps you grounded in grace while you stand among greatness. And yet, even in glory, you will feel traces of humility because you remember the nights when no one understood your calling. You remember the seasons of silence when heaven seemed distant. You remember the tears that baptized your growth. These memories will keep your heart tender while your authority expands. The true sign of a crowned one is not pride but perspective. You no longer ask, "Why me?" You begin to whisper, "Thank you for trusting me." You realize that the crown is not a reward, it is a responsibility. It symbolizes heaven's confidence in your stewardship of light. Now, as you look forward, you begin to understand that this crowning is not an end, it's a commissioning. The authority resting upon you is meant to be used, not hoarded. The light that radiates from you is not decoration, it's direction for others, still walking in shadows. You have become the very thing you once prayed to find, a guidepost in the dark, a carrier of peace, a living reminder that endurance births glory. The path behind you glows now, not with regret, but with gratitude. You see it all clearly. Every closed door, every delay, every detour was divine choreography. Your life has become a testimony written in motion. You are no longer simply chosen, you are crowned. The same fire that once tested you now dances above your head as light. The same winds that once opposed you now carry you higher. You have stepped into spiritual sovereignty, not as a ruler, but as a servant of divine order. The crown does not elevate you above others, it empowers you to lift them. You reign through compassion, through wisdom, through unwavering peace. This is the fulfillment of prophecy, the evidence of endurance, the fruit of faithfulness. You are no longer being built, you are being displayed. Heaven has finished its work in secret and now reveals what has been hidden in plain sight. Breathe, chosen one. You have arrived at the summit of what once felt impossible. The crown upon your spirit is heaven's silent applause. Wear it with reverence. Walk with grace. For you are not just chosen anymore, you are crowned. The air feels different now, heavier with peace, lighter with purpose. You've ascended every step, walked through fire and silence, endured refining and revelation. And now, as November 11th, 2025, draws to its close, heaven begins to breathe a single word over creation: shift. The old has passed, the new has begun. The era of waiting has ended. The age of revealing has arrived. This is not a symbolic change, it is spiritual reality. The realms themselves are rearranging. Heaven's decree has gone forth, and those who are chosen now move into the reign of fulfillment. You are no longer carrying potential. You are carrying presence. You no longer anticipate what God will do. You embody what He is doing. The veil between intention and manifestation has fallen. You are walking inside answered prayers. The ancient echo comes alive again through Revelation. Chapter 21, verse 5. He who was seated on the throne said, "Behold, I am making all things new." End quote. This new era is marked by clarity. The confusion that clouded your mind has lifted, replaced by quiet, knowing. You no longer need constant signs to believe. You know. You no longer chase confirmation. You are confirmation. The stillness of heaven has taken residence in you, and wherever you go, creation recognizes that authority. You will see it in subtle ways. Strangers will feel peace when you speak. Children will sense light in your presence. Even the atmosphere of rooms will shift when you enter. That is not pride, it is evidence. Evidence that heaven's reign is active within you. You have become a vessel through which divine order flows into earthly spaces. This newness is not loud or boastful. It does not need announcement. It is recognized. Like morning light creeping through curtains, it changes everything quietly. Those who carry this anointing will not have to prove themselves. Their lives will speak louder than any introduction. They will not seek platforms, because they are platforms, living altars of revelation and grace. And as this era unfolds, you will realize that the true measure of being chosen is not in miracles performed, but in peace sustained. The world will grow more chaotic, but you will remain unshaken. While others strive to be seen, you will dwell in serenity. That calmness is not apathy, it is dominion. You are no longer reacting to the world. You are governing your reality from within. The crown upon your spirit is now secure. It no longer feels heavy, it feels natural. What once felt like responsibility now feels like rhythm. You are walking in cadence with heaven's breath. Every step is prophecy. Every word carries power. Every silence carries weight. You have become what heaven intended, a mirror of divine will. And in this new rhythm, you will begin to dream differently. Your prayers will no longer be cries for help, but declarations of partnership. You will not simply ask God to move, you will move with Him. Your relationship with heaven has shifted from servant to steward, from student to co-creator. You are living proof that the divine and human can walk as one. The world may not understand this transformation at first. They will ask what changed, and you may not find words big enough to explain it. How do you describe peace that surpasses logic? How do you define joy that exists without reason? You will simply smile and say, everything. End of. And indeed, everything has changed. The cycle has closed, the promise fulfilled. The heavens rejoice quietly, and the earth exhales relief. You are not at the end of a journey, you are at the beginning of a reign. The chosen ones are no longer waiting for signs, they are the signs. No longer searching for miracles, they are the miracles. No longer yearning for heaven to touch earth, They are heaven walking upon it. The night has passed. The dawn has risen. The chosen ones now take their place, radiant, risolute, and ready. The world will know them not by their titles but by their presence. Wherever they stand, darkness will falter. Wherever they speak, truth will echo. Wherever they move, life will bloom. And you, yes, you are one of them. Heaven's decree stands firm. All things new. All things aligned. All things restored. This is the beginning of the reign of light. This is the new era. This is your moment to live as one who has already won. The chosen ones have risen, and nothing will ever be the same again. The journey has come full circle. Chosen one, from awakening to refining, from silence to fire. You have walked through the story heaven wrote for this generation. Now, as the light settles upon you, one truth remains. You were never just listening to a message, you were becoming one. Your life is the prophecy fulfilled, the living proof that heaven still speaks. If these words have stirred something within you, if you felt heaven brush against your heart, don't let that flame fade. Let it live. Let it spread. Like this message, as a quiet act of agreement. Share it so another wandering heart can remember their name again. Your click may seem small, but heaven sees intent, not size. Comment below. Leave a word, a phrase, even an emoji of fire or light, something that says, "I'm still burning," because your voice matters here. It keeps the circle alive. And subscribe, not for routine, but to remain within this current of divine reminders, this sanctuary built through words and presence. Together, we carry this flame forward. Together, we remind the world that the chosen ones still rise, still shine, and still hear the whisper of heaven.